What's going on, guys? It's Parrot 105.1. Nyla Simone here.
Your boy DJ Spin King.
And we are live blends and trends with it. Yo, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Kay, you're our very first guest back. Welcome, guys. We got
Oh my
Kayykilo.
God, I'm honored. I'm the first guest. Y'all ain't tell me that now. Y'all
Yeah.
ain't tell me that. I would have brought y'all, some champagne. I did.
Since the pandemic, this is the first in live interview since we did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so grateful.
It's been like a year and a half since we back in here.
And I'm so happy that it's you because I actually ran across you during the pandemic when I saw DaBaby signed all these artists, and I'm like, oh my God, he signed a girl. Then I was trying to do research on you. I'm like, okay, she's from New Orleans, and she's always fucking
No,
turned.
I'm from Louisiana.
Oh,
I'm from.
sorry.
I was born in Baton Rouge.
Baton
Rouge.
I was born.
Okay,
I was
my fault.
girl because let me tell you, Louisiana people, you gotta be specific about where you're from now.
Okay.
So I was born in Baton Rouge. I went to school in Lake Charles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But I put on for the whole Louisiana. I'm really representing for the whole Louisiana.
And your
love
birthday
that.
just passed.
My birthday just passed.
You're
Yes,
Leo.
over August 4th. I'm a Leo, big Leo energy.
How old you turn?
I turned 26.
Oh,
Fire. Whoa. Same. My birthday just passed too.
Happy birthday. Happy
Same.
belated.
Yeah, Leo gang. I love it. All right, so for those who don't know who you are, all right, now we know you're from Louisiana. How long have you been rapping? What inspired you to start rapping?
Okay, so I am from Louisiana. My name is Kayykilo. I've been writing all my life since I was like 8 years old. It started off as like poems and stuff like that. Like my top 3 people I want to listen. I'm already answering questions for you that you ain't even asked. But I gotta tell you that so you'll know it's like when I was listening to Lauryn, I'm a real big Lauryn Hill fan. You know what I'm saying? And I used to really just put poetry, like just write stuff, write my feelings. And then when Nicki came out, it was just like, oh shoot, let me spit for real. Let me spit. So I started spitting for real in like high school. And at first I took it serious. The first guy that ever got me in the studio, he was my brother Nick. Shout out to Nick Moss. He passed away. So whenever he passed away, I kind of lost passion for it for a little bit because he was the only one who was the first person to get me in the studio, show me how to actually construct the song, you know what I'm saying, how to record, how to cut in and out. And so whenever he passed away, I just let it go for a while, and then it eventually came back. I'll tell you more later on in the interview how it came back.
Okay. I love that. So you started in high school, lost passion, and then regained the passion.
I regained the passion.
So around
2000
what age? What age?
2019, New Year's Eve 2019.
All right, so before we get back into, so when you stopped rapping, what were you doing?
I was a whole fitness trainer, girl.
Really?
Like I swear, you see this body yaddy on me. Yes,
Yaddy, I love
you
it.
see this body on me, girl. So yeah, I really worked out for like 3 or 4 years. Like, and I was training people. Like, I even trained Rico Love before. Like, I was really like for real about it. Didn't eat no beef, no pork, no nothing. I was like straight. I was like, yeah, I gotta show y'all. I gotta pull up old videos on my Instagram. I archived them. I was doing sit-ups under the water. I was the one who had the big weights on me.
Nah.
Like, it was crazy,
That's
girl.
fire,
I was one of
actually.
them. I was one of them.
Okay, so you did that. What were you like in school? Were you like into sports or anything like that?
Yeah, I was a cheerleader and I was into track. I took all AP classes,
Okay.
but I was like the popular bad kid, but I was the smart kid too. So I would go hang with the smart kids, and then when I leave out,
So you had the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I had the best of both worlds.
I can dig that. That's fire. All right, so let's see. From
The
Louisiana.
timeline.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure it all add up. Okay, so bad in school but good in school. Was doing fitness on the side. It makes sense. You did track, so that
She
kind
was
of
good in school, bad outside of school.
Bad
I think that's what
outside
it
of
was.
school.
Yeah. Mhm.
So did you think about going to college? Were you interested in that?
Yes, I really, really wanted to. Went to cheer at TSU. But then when I moved to Houston for like 2 months, so my goal was I'm gonna mess y'all head up, so I gotta tell y'all this. So my goal was when I was graduating high school, I was like, I'm gonna move to Houston and I'm gonna start rapping and I'm gonna make it out of Houston with rapping. Like that's why I'm gonna pursue rapping at. I moved to Houston for like 2 months, girl. I graduated like 17. I moved to Houston for 2 months, and I don't know if it was just the crowd that I was around, but girl, it was bad. That's when Miley was out. It was so much going on, and I'm young, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know nothing about none of this. So it kind of scared me a little bit, and I left Houston. I went back to Louisiana for probably like a few months, and then I ended up just moving to Atlanta.
Okay, fire. I'm about to say, what made you want to go to Houston anyway? Like, why was that the
But a
city
lot of
you
big
picked?
music came out of Houston. A lot of culture.
Not
came out
at
of
that
Houston.
time.
Well, with me being from
Right?
Louisiana and
Well,
living in Lake Charles, it's like 2 hours from Lake Charles.
Okay,
So I'm
okay.
close right there to home, and that's a big city. It's like everybody from Louisiana, if you close right there, your first place you're going to go to is Houston because it's the first city right
like
there.
Alabama to Atlanta type thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but then I was just like, F this, I'm going to the A. And I went to the A and turned up.
I like that. So the transition to Atlanta, how was it? Because Atlanta's a different city than a lot of...
So you found the inspiration back in Atlanta?
No. It's so crazy, right? Y'all just trying to get
Now we're trying to get this timeline right, cuz.
Okay, so no, when I went to Atlanta, I had just had my daughter. I have a daughter. Her name is Lyric. Young. I had her young, and she was about 3 months old, and her father didn't want to be in her life. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I ain't tripping. Like, I got on a mega bus. I packed up everything that I could possibly pack for her. I had like $35 to my name, and I went to Atlanta, and I was just like, I'm going to do better for me. I'm going to have a better life for me and my child. Like, I knew that. I had an auntie that was living out there at the time. She stayed for probably like another 4 or 5 months, and then after that, I was on my own. So I was working like 4 jobs out there.
Wow.
But I ended up doing it. You know what I'm saying? I got my life together. I started training. You know, I started getting help with my daughter, and I started getting popular in Atlanta. And but I still really wasn't into music. I was around music still, and I was still write poems every day. But passion for music for me just wasn't it. I was really just training everybody. And then, so y'all just want me to go straight to it, right?
Now we listening to you.
I forget. So
You take it over. You see Nala over here interested. She like this.
Go ahead, come on.
That's a real story.
Yeah, so I worked a lot or whatever, and I got popular. I was like, a bottle girl working in clubs, and then I was working for Hooters. I was working at Stats. Just doing the best I can for my daughter, for me and my daughter.
24-hour shifts. Like, she talking about Hooters and in the club. That's
no, I was real life
When
slaving.
did you sleep?
But listen, I was paid. You know what I'm saying? I was tired, but I was paid because I knew nobody else was gonna do it for me but me, and nobody else gonna take care of my daughter the way I'm gonna take care of my daughter.
Do you feel, question, that if you didn't have your daughter, you wouldn't have been that motivated to have that many jobs?
I ain't gonna lie, probably not. I feel like she saved my life. I feel like a lot of people helped me on the strength of her too. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, like, I'm a great person, but I know I do have my mood swings. So it's just like, I feel like a lot of people helped me on the strength of my daughter. So I feel like
That's
God,
a Leo thing.
God sent my
do
daughter
that
to
to
me. He sent my daughter to me to help me. You know what I'm saying? So
That's beautiful.
I was out there, and I was in a relationship with this guy. He was a street guy or whatever, and I knew he did bad stuff and stuff like that, but I'm just a girl, you know what I'm saying? I like him, like the D good, you know what I'm saying? I can't get past the D, and people, whenever we broke up, people didn't really know that we broke up. So he was into a lot of street stuff, and men were looking for him. And instead, it's easier to go get a woman. So what happened was New Year's Eve 2019, I was walking to my parking garage, and I was kidnapped. I was beaten. They knocked teeth out of my mouth. I was gone for like a day and a half. I was all over. Like, Ball Alert ended up posting me. So many people on this side of the world, like Atlanta and all that area, posting me because they was like, this girl's a sweet girl. You know what I'm saying? She's always nice. She has this daughter. She, you know what I'm saying? She don't do anything. So what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And then people that knew me and knew my life knew that it had to be affiliated with my ex, So once I got out of that situation and I was in the hospital and stuff like that.
Did he get you out of the situation? Because I know y'all broke up.
He didn't do shit.
No.
He didn't do it. I could curse.
Yeah,
he didn't do a bitch ass thing, but it's cool though. You know what I'm saying? Look at my life now. I could have really did him that, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it as brief and not as you know what I'm saying.
I get you.
But I was in the hospital, and everybody was shook. My mom was shook. Everybody was scared.
So a day and a half. You didn't know where you was at.
Nah, just. What make it so crazy is I knew who it was. Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
It was really fucked up. So for me, I was really depressed. Like, imagine, you know what I'm saying, it's New Year's Eve and you hearing fireworks going off and you not knowing if you're ever.
Wait, it was on New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And you not knowing if you're ever going to see your daughter again. You're not knowing if you're ever going to see 2020. I just didn't know, like, my life. And then so
rough.
Social media went so crazy, like, looking for me, like, it put the pressure on them, and they knew that people knew exactly who
is involved.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, they did whatever, and Thank
God for the people who love you and put the pressure out there.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
So when I went to the hospital, you know, I was in there, you know, I just was really depressed. Like, you know, a lot of my friends came, they was crying. And for a long time, for about a month, I just didn't want to live no more. Like, all this joy that you see in me was just gone. Like, I'm just looking at myself like, I'm missing teeth, bro. Like, why would they do this to me? Like, I just was so distraught, you know. And the only thing that kept me going was writing music again. And so my mama like, well, you're not going back to Atlanta. You're not going back to Atlanta. And I'm just like, you got that baby. You got that baby. You out there by yourself. But I'm like, I don't want to move back to Louisiana. I'm going to be starting right back over. So look how God, real life, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to just go to Houston. And once I got to Houston, the only thing that kept me sane, I still never went to therapy to this day. The only thing that keeps me sane is writing music. And so isn't it ironic how I said when I graduated, I wanted to move to Houston and pursue music and pop, and how I had to go through life, and then he had to really circle me back around. And then I moved to Houston and I popped through Houston with music.
Did you ever put that in your music, you felt like?
So yeah, it's a lot of songs that I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I express myself. I'm a very diverse artist. We haven't just put those songs out. I'm so ready to put out a tape so people can see how diverse I am. Like, I really love when I go melodic because I could really just show my emotions, my poetry.
You feel like that's the real you, like the real side of you.
You know, and I do the other stuff, you know, because that's what the world likes. You know what I'm saying? That's what they catch on to. They want to hear about this. So I'm going to give you that. But really, this is what I want to give you. So for me, I don't really want a platform just to be famous and rich. Like, I want a platform so I could help women, like, so I could talk to women about being in relationships with those kind of guys, and how can you get out, or what can you do better for yourself, and how can you love yourself more, you know what I'm saying? Because look at me, that he left me to dry.
Yeah.
You know, and it was his beef, you know, so
that's really something that a lot of women can learn from, though.
Also, just going through what she went through by herself with her daughter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Moving state to state.
Yeah.
That's a whole story on its own.
Whole story.
Most definitely. So it was a lot of dark days, you know, but I feel like the best thing about almost dying is living again. And I just feel like ever since
that's such a positive way.
Yes.
I love
ever since that night, girl, I've everything that I did in my old life, I don't do it no more, though. I haven't been back to the gym like that. I eat burgers now, you know what I'm saying? Because I just don't, it was just like a switch for me. But now everything is just music for me. Everything is just, you know, fun. Everything, like I said, it's just like the best part about almost dying is living again. And I've been living my best life ever since that happened. Like, the first 4 months after it happened, I was really like just distraught. I had just took my Instagram down for a while. I just had to regain and find myself. But when I did, I'm so happy that I am the woman that I'm becoming now. I'm stronger, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, I'm aware of my surroundings now. Like, you know, I watch the men that I date, you know what I'm saying? I just make sure that I protect myself, because if I'm not here, who gonna be here for my daughter?
Right. Yeah, more than anything, most importantly.
Wow.
Right.
Man, that's a deep story. I wasn't expecting it to go
I
that
ain't know it was
deep.
gonna go like
It
that.
was so crazy. Like, you should have saw your face when I said it. And it's like, I'm able to talk about it without, like,
breaking down.
down, because it's like, you know,
it made you who you are today is what you feel like.
I got good people around me, you know what I'm saying, and I feel safe. Like, I still have nightmares. I still, like, I have a lot of PTSD. Like, I can't be by myself.
Really?
But, you know, ooh, look, I'm shaking. I just keep going. I just pray every day. You know what I'm saying? I keep a positive attitude, and I really believe in energy. And I just feel like as long as I keep putting out great energy, bad negative energy will never have that crack to even come slide in again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a living proof that God is real. And God will really take you out of a situation and put you here. Now look at me. I'm on tour with 50 Cent. I'm on Power 105.
Yeah, talk about it.
I'm signed to DaBaby. And who would have known that night in 2019? You know what I'm saying? Who would have known that? You know what I'm saying? That this is what God had for me once I got out of there. But I just had to stay faithful to him and stay focused to him, because I really could have said, if he loved me, why would he let this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I wasn't a bad person, but I kept my faith in him, and I wrote music, and, you know, the cartel is growing every day. You know, I'm so excited about that, and I'm just happy to see what God is taking me even further, you know?
I love
Well, we
that.
happy you here.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, you said you signed to $1 Billion Baby. How did that connection come about?
Girl, he DM'd me at 8 o'clock in the morning, like, are you signed yet? And at first I thought it was like a bot, you know, trolling me. And then when I click on it, I'm like,
You saw the blue check.
oh, I
saw the blue check.
I saw the blue check. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so I DM him back. I'm like, hell no, I'm not signed, nigga. What you want to do? And I was like, no, let's make millions. So he texted me back. He like, fuck you want to do? And I'm like, shit, I come to Charlotte right now, nigga. Like, crust in my eyes, night clothes still on. And he just like, give me a contact number for you, and I'ma call you. So all day, y'all, ooh, I was getting my chain on the same day, too. So I'm like, ooh, I'm getting my chain today, and baby's calling me today. This is like the best day of my life. So I'm just anxious. I'm like, okay, when he gonna call me? When he gonna call me? Then I saw Charlotte on my phone, and I'm like, oh, my God. And then we got on the phone, and we clicked immediately. Like, it was just an immediate connection, like not even on no love connection, like really like we close, like you like my little sister, like you like my little brother. Like he just like, I don't know what it is about you, you lit, you remind me of myself, he said, and I just really want to see you win. And then when he found out my story,
then he was behind you 100%.
He was behind me 100% after that. He just like, oh no, you got to, you know what I'm saying, like you got to do it.
I love that. So he signed you after you made your way up in the Texas scene, right? So what was going on when you got to Texas? How did you start to build your name there? Because you had already built your credibility in Atlanta.
Yeah, I did. But Texas didn't really know too much about me. You know what I'm saying? Especially not with music. And even Atlanta didn't know music. Everybody was just like, okay, she's doing music now. But they were supportive because people knew. But I had recorded this freestyle, and it was really just
it was called freestyle.
Yeah. So you know how people just freestyle on Instagram and they put it on there. So that's what I did. That was my first time. Like I just was like, let me do like a cute little triller to this, and it picked up, and all the DJs out there started spinning it. Especially DJ Mr. Rogers. Like I gotta give it to him. He's like one of the biggest DJs in Texas.
Shout him out, point at the camera, be like right here.
Yeah, period. Shout out, Rogers. You know how close we are. But Rogers started spinning it. He has heavy influence, like, so when he started spinning it, a lot of other DJs just started picking it up. But really it was DJ McDaniels that played it first in this club. And Rogers was he was opening up for Rogers. So when he was getting off, he was like, I'm gonna play this again, let Rogers hear. And he played it again, and Rogers walked up to him like, who is that? Like, who is that? And he pointed at me, and I'm walking around with bottles, bringing people bottles. He like,
oh, so wait, you were working in the club while your song was playing?
Yeah, I was working in the club.
That's
and
hard.
So he just like, who is this song? Who is that song? And he pointed at me. He was like, her. He said, you lying. So at the end of the night, I walk up, I'm like, hey, I'm Kayykilo. That was my song, da-da-da. So I'm like, let's follow each other on Instagram. And he like, I don't do all that, but I like your record. And I'm gonna fuck with you. So I ain't take no offense to it. I'm like, all right, cool. 2 days later, he DM me. He followed me. He DM me. He like, I can't stop playing this record. And then so that record started picking up. And then I started just getting like a little clout. And then what I did, I networked. Like, I'm not a girl that's going to walk in your club and just sit down and be like, no, you got to acknowledge me. Like, no, I'm going to show love to the promoters. I'm going to show love to the bottle girls. I walk up to the DJ booth like, you want a shot? Like, you want to get drunk? Like, what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just create that relationship instead of just, I'm here, I'm the superstar, and you post to, whatever. I just make everybody feel like they're important too. And that's really how I came up so fast, because no other artists, female artists in Houston was doing it at that time. They all was just on some, I'm me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm finna run circle around you bitches. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? And that's really what happened.
That's dope. I love that. People's person.
So then the new single is ABC?
Yeah, the new single is I Know My ABCs. I can't get past the D. Yeah, a lot of my numbers when I'm coming. I'm like 1, 2, 3. I nutted. Yeah, that's the new single. It's I nutted for me. I know. Yeah, ABC just dropped about 2 weeks ago.
Is there visual for it?
No, I'm ready for it. Usually we have the visual when we drop the song, but this time we did it a little different because they wanted it. They wanted the song so bad. He was just like, let's just give them the song. Let's just build that momentum up. He was like, and then we could just give them the visual. Like, So y'all should be getting the visual in September because I'm booked for the rest of the month of August.
So let's talk about that. So the first time I met Kayykilo, not physically, but I saw her, was the Raising Kanan premiere, Power. So then Baby was there, Fifth was there, and he was like, nah, I want to bring her on stage. And she just came out. I'm like, who's that? And then her energy on stage, if you don't know who she is, it makes you want to know who she is, because her energy on stage is not she just walking out performing the song. She all over it. She running back and forth on it. She's all over the stage.
One thing I won't do is just let a DJ drop my song.
Yeah,
You're
nah,
not
like
about to just drop my song.
Yeah.
Hell no. He dropped that song. I'm like, give me this. I'm like, hell no, like, cut that. What's up, Fifth?
She introduced herself. She like let the people know who she is. You know what I'm saying?
because it's because it's just like if I just would have walked out there and just started performing, they already don't know who I am, and it's
but
like
some people don't have that confidence though, cause stages it gets a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'll be ready. My favorite thing is performing.
Yeah. So how was it? Cause I know you on the road right now with 50. How is it being on the road in those cities? You know what I'm saying? The reaction, performing with him.
So can I tell y'all my favorite part about being on the road with 50?
Go ahead.
His motherfucking hotel choices. His hotel choices are top tier. Okay, it's like I done stayed at some nice hotels before, but 50 didn't introduce me to a lifestyle that I ain't.
You can't go back.
What? What? I didn't even know existed. Even with flying. Like I never really knew that these at the airport you could go to these clubs and they got like bars.
The Sky Club, the Sky Miles, yeah.
I swear to God.
They got food there.
I swear to God, I never knew nothing about it, right? So when I'm flying back with them, so we could depart and then get back together, I'm like, oh shit, I'm never going back to a normal life. I will never see general population in the airport again. Do you hear me? So,
that's funny.
I really love being on tour with 50. 50, he give me so much game like all day long.
I want to ask you, how was it when you first met him? Like, what did you think about him before even knowing him? Because some people say it changes.
I always loved 50. I was always a 50 Cent fan. Many Men is my favorite song by this man. You know what I'm saying? And bitch, I'm the man. So I really love them songs. And I went to one of his watch parties, right, for Life, his show For Life. I went to a watch party. My friend invited me. And I just was doing a regular video, with Branson, and he pops in my video. Like, he just jumped in my video. So my friend, she's screaming, and I'm like, what the hell she screaming for? And it's 50 behind me. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like, 50, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love Power. I love what you're doing. Gave him a hug. He just like, bet. And that was it, right? I posted on Instagram. Everybody just like, you just attract stars. And somebody was just like, you going to be working with him soon. And this was back in probably like,
For Life was
October, November, you know what I'm saying? And then it just circled back. So whenever he linked up with Baby, he told Baby, like, yeah, I know your artist. Like, I met her, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching, you know what I'm saying? I think she's dope, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's what Baby told me. Let me not put words in 50 mouth. Let me not put words in 50 mouth. But and he was just like, I wanna take her with me, you know what I'm saying? I want to get her out here in front of these people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the grind every day. And he just so dope. He's so dope. He's very supportive, and he gives game all day long. It's like if you're around 50 and you're not soaking up no game, what are you doing?
Yep.
And that's in all aspects, not even just music. It's just business,
life.
Period.
Yeah.
What? I feel like my life is so upgraded being around 50. Like, I can't wait to go meet them on Friday.
So, like, you love the road life, going city to city, performing.
Yes.
How do you feel it is like, do you feel the inner city show more love than the bigger cities?
Most definitely, because the bigger cities, you got the bougie ones that just stay on their phone like this all night, and they just feel like, whatever. But the inner cities, I feel like, are so important more than the bigger cities, because once you get those, it's just like these big cities don't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the dynamic. I feel like that's where you build your hardcore fan base in these little cities. Like, these big cities only gonna follow the wave. But if you get these little cities going about you, you gonna stay the way.
What's your favorite right now to perform at? Like, your best performance you feel you had, where was that at?
Ooh.
You can say one of them.
I really want to say Orlando. I performed in Orlando. I had this orange hair, this long ponytail, and I come out swinging it like a helicopter.
I think I was there.
I'm going crazy. But that was most definitely one of my favorite ones.
I'm thinking Miami. I was there when you performed in Miami.
Talking about you talking about for I Am 3?
For Forex?
Yeah. That one was fun too, but I don't feel like that was my best one because, girl, I was in some YSL heels. I just was so ready to get off stage because them motherfucking shoes hurt. Okay, they hurt.
I don't even try.
So what can we expect coming up from you? A mixtape?
Wait, no. Let's talk about the Ice music video, cause that's
I took y'all to Narnia for real. Chronicles of Narnia.
Were you cold shooting the music video?
Yes, because I real life had an ice sculptured chair, girl. First of all, let me tell you, I had an attitude the entire day.
Why?
Because she's cold.
No, not that part too. But it's just because it's like I feel like I'm BDB's first girl. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand the extent of what you got to go through to change hair, nails, makeup, outfits. So they be like, 5 minutes. I'm like, 5 minutes to put on a new wig, a new set of nails, change my makeup up.
Because you know, niggas just change the shirt.
Men could
you
just
know
jump.
what I mean?
So
Like,
girl, I'm aggravated. And John is baby. John laughing at me the whole time because he know I got an attitude, but he don't care. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. He just like, I'm like, bruh, like, they keep on giving me only 5 minutes to change. I was so mad. But the video came out so dope, and he went so crazy to where I really appreciated him. Like, that was my first music video with him, and he showed me like he really is not playing with my career. You know what I'm saying? Visuals is crazy. Even on Slow Down, when we did the Get Out theme, like he don't same day too. 5 minutes to change. I'm like, bruh, stop. Come on.
Nah, he working your ass.
That's crazy.
So hopefully for this second video, hopefully for this next video for ABC, he give me like at least
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see 10 because I'm stretching it with 20. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all all go to DaBaby page and tell him stop rushing Kilo at her video shoot.
So
and give her a minute.
Are we getting a tape? We getting an album?
Oh my God, I want to give y'all a tape again. Go to DaBaby's page and go spam him. No, I'm so ready. I could put out 2 tapes right now if I wanted to. Like, I have songs. Even like when we done, if y'all want to listen to some songs, I'll let y'all listen to the other songs that I have. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you the diversity of the type of artist I am.
Yeah.
Well, you got our support.
Let's do it. Yeah, for sure. And I'm so happy you came in. Our first guest back on Blood
Right.
Trend.
In a year, it's gonna be a whole different person. She gonna
wait,
walk in with a whole
hold
crew.
on. Y'all ain't asking me about my dream collabs because I'm just trying to put this in the app.
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to put this in the app.
So, who do you want to be your dream collabs in the future for your project?
This probably gonna throw y'all off, right? I really love Halsey. Like, I really love her song Bad at Love. Like, I'm just so in love with her. I just feel like she's a bad bitch, and I just really want to, girl, what's up? Please, come on, man, please. I see you just had that baby. No, I said I'm getting something to shake back. You know, her. I really want to work with Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
It's only right.
It's only right. You know what I'm saying? I really want to work with Wayne. You know, I really want to do a song with Boosie too. But I'm really tell y'all, they need to let Young Boy out of jail. Cause the minute they let Young Boy out of jail, I'm doing a song with Young Boy, and that song gonna be through the roof.
Going up.
Okay,
Yeah,
that song gonna be through the roof, and these radio stations better not ban my song because Young Boy on my song. Okay, but no, I'm for real. Like, it's a lot of people I want to work with. You know what I'm saying? The whole Louisiana culture, you know, really made me who I am, down to the Master P's, the Silk the Shockers, you know what I'm saying, the Webbies. Like, it's not a Webby or a Kevin Gates song or Boosie song I can't recite, you know. So
Love that.
yeah,
I love that.
But Halsey, what's up? You know, as far as female rap, hip hop, I really just want to work with everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I love Cardi. I love Nicki. I really wish I could be the one to put both of them on the song. You know what I'm saying? I love both of them. I give both of them their props for what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
You see how you said when you in the club and you working with the bottles and they're playing your music? That was like when me and Cardi in the strip club. She's dancing. I'm playing her music. So I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying?
It's a real life hustle.
Yeah.
It's a real life hustle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I respect Cardi on the level to where whenever she came in, like, you just really got to give it to her. It really did open doors for people to really start accepting new female rappers. And you got to give it to Nicki because she held it down for so long and she set that standard and that bar so high. But I just hate when they try to discredit Cardi because it's just like she really did open the door for it to be a gang of female artists the way it is right now, because at the time it was hard. It was so hard to get your foot through. Now it's like anybody could go viral and be a female rapper now, girl.
Like, you over it?
You can wake up today and be like, let me do a freestyle, and if one person posts you and you go
like,
viral, now you a real life artist. And it's just like, have you even been doing this your whole life or not? But I don't discredit it. It's cool, whatever, to each his own. But I write my own raps.
Talk that talk.
I
Talk that talk.
I write my own raps. I write my own hooks. I come up with my own melodies. Like, everything is me. I don't have nobody in the studio telling me, no, you gotta say it like this, no, you gotta say it like that. Like, I'm into true artistry and I play a violin.
Fire.
You like one producer you work with, or you like to work with different type of?
Man, right? I really do like working with different. I really just let the beat talk to me. Like, I'm open to working with multiple producers, you know what I'm saying? I really want to, Timbaland and Swiss Beats, oh my God, when they told me they wanted to work with me, I almost fell out because they're legends. So I cannot wait to get in the booth with them. I want to work with London, you know what I'm saying? I really want to take Keith beat. What's up, Take Keith? I really want to take Keith beat. But I just let the beats talk to me. You know, I jump down on anybody beat. I jumped down on somebody beat that got 1,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as I could do my thing on it.
As long as the beat knock.
Yeah, as long as the beat knocks, shit, what's up? Let's make some millions.
That's hard. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Great energy.
Yeah, I love it. I love the energy. Appreciate the story, because a lot of people, you know, you could reach out to, especially when the music comes out for it. It'll speak to them even more.
Yeah. And y'all is actually the first people that actually got me to tell my story, even though I told it briefly, because it's just like, I don't want to get in here and just be like, oh my God.
Unless you have to have me tearing up and shit.
But, you know, I feel like it is time for me to start being vocal about it and talking about it and letting people know.
Because the people that need to hear it that you don't know that need to hear it.
Yeah,
and the people that look up to you that probably going through the same thing.
Yeah, and letting people know, you know what I'm saying, you can go through the darkest times, not extreme as being, you know, kidnapped and beaten, but, you know, you can go through dark times, you can go through being broke, you can go through a heartbreak, you can go through losing a child, you know, whatever, and, you know, a brother or a mother, and you just got to really keep that same faith. You got to keep that, you know, that focus. You got to talk to God every day, and you got to trust that he gonna get you through that. And I feel like I told God, like, at every moment when I got a chance to talk about you and tell people what you did for me, I'm most definitely gonna do that. At the Grammys, when I'm accepting my Grammy Award, I'm gonna let them know. At the BET Awards, when I'm performing next year, I'm gonna let them know. You know what I'm saying? Like, God brought me here because the devil was really trying to tell me, no, see, look at your life. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened to you. Why would you want to be here? He don't love you. And I'm like, my God do love me, because if he didn't love me, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I probably
wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here, but he saved me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just so grateful for that. And y'all are the first people that I did open up to talk about it, to tell it, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm just going to put it all in one song and then leave it at that, because I don't want it to be like an ongoing. I don't want to drag it.
That's going to be your biggest song, let me tell you.
I don't want no sympathy support, you know what I'm saying? I want people to genuinely support me just because they like my vibe, they like my energy, and they know my story, and not just only support me because, oh, this is what happened to her. So that's why I'm not telling it in a sad way. I'm telling it to let people know, like, yeah, I've been through that, but look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Stand up, let them look at you. Stand up, let them look at you.
I ain't finna get
Stand
the
up, let them look at you.
Period. Okay.
Oh, because I came through stepping today. Hold on. Let me show them. It's the G Sawoo for me. You know what I'm saying? It's the butt for me.
Yo, Kayykilo, ladies and gentlemen.
Kayykilo.
True survivor. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
True survivor. So I'm just so ready to do seminars and just be there for women and just do a whole, you know, dynamic on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
You got our support. We're looking forward to the future.
Looking forward to the EP. DaBaby, whatever that.
And the music video to ABC. We ready for that too.
I'm about to just leak that shit. I'm about to
leak it right here with us on Power 105.
No, I swear, baby be on that though. He be like, if you want to leak your music, just leak it. I don't care. I used to leak my music too. I ain't gonna be mad at you. Just leak it. And I just be saying, like, I know I can't do that, but he be like, shit, I understand. You're an artist. Leak it if you want to leak it. And I'm like, nah, bro.
You better leak that shit. Stop playing with us.
I'm gonna follow protocol. I really, I don't want to skip no steps. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my blow up to just be overnight, because when it's overnight, it's gone overnight. Yeah. You know, so I appreciate the slow grind. I appreciate the come up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate me going state to state, city to city with 50 or without 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just appreciate the slow grind, because that means I'm building a true hardcore fan base that will always be here and not just switch up on me when it's another new popping song come out. You know?
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Respect it.
Man, looking forward to everything you got going on. Seriously, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming here.
Oh my God, thank y'all. Wait. So we ain't gonna drink for real? Because I was ready.
It's early. It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. We can
let's take a shot.
We can have some mimosas or something.
All right, guys, make sure y'all keep it
locked. It's a celebration.
Yeah, it is a celebration. Kaykylo's in the building. Thanks for tuning in. Power 105.1.
Bye, guys.